All right. With breaking news, it is award season, and Abbott Elementary has supersized 1 hour post strike premiere, which is essentially two episodes back to back. But instead of saying it's back to back episodes, they're calling it one hour long episode, which is really like 40 to 45 minutes, usually like 41, 42 minutes, something like that, when you take out the commercials. And all they're doing is taking two episodes, they're eliminating the end credits from the first episode and the opening credits from the second episode and smushing them together. And if you watch that episode, you'll see right around like 7:30, 8:30 or whatever, after the first half hour, it's going to kind of end. It's going to feel like an episode is done. They just won't run any end credits. They'll just go to commercial, come back, and then begin the second episode, but it's all going to go through. Because even if it's like on like February 1st is one episode, one 30-minute episode, and then the next week is another 30-minute episode, it's always a continuing story. So instead of showing one episode on one day and then 7 days later, the next episode, they're just showing you two episodes back to back. So it's really nothing big. They're saying supersized special. That's all bullshit. If you want to watch it, watch it. There's going to be nothing different. Anyways, let's get started with that.
Restoring what's yours. It's possible.
And then, and here's the thing. I am in the middle of this, so we're going to watch the second half first, and then go back and watch the first half monologue last. If you don't like it, too effing bad.
Steroid.
Buy a VCR.
The first thing, but to get nominated, I didn't even know what to say. I couldn't really process that one. I was also very excited because Taraji P. Henson, who plays my mother on Abbott, she was nominated for Best Guest Star for Abbott. Oh my! So I was really excited about that. And we were nominated against each other. Yes, and I would have been very happy if either of us won. But the wonderful Judith Light won, actually.
White
and
woman.
We love her, and we were just, everyone in the room was so excited for her. She's a wonderful woman. I just saw her. We went to go see the same play at Broadway, so that was really nice. Oh, but yeah. Famous.
There you go. I already saw this shit.
The first thing, but to get nominated, I didn't even know what to say. I couldn't really process that one. I was also very excited because Taraji P. Henson, who plays my mother on Abbott, she was nominated for Best Guest Star for Abbott. Oh my! So I was really excited about that. And we were nominated against each other. Yes, and I would have been very happy if either of us won, but the wonderful Judith Light won, actually. And we love her, and we were just, everyone in the room was so excited for her. She's a wonderful woman. I just saw her. We went to go see the same play at Broadway, so that was really nice. Oh, but yeah. Famous people colliding in this. I love it. Yeah.
Hey, listen, we need to take a little break, but when we come back, Quinta tells us what's happening in the halls of Abbott.
Still alive. Tips on how to find love and happiness on your own. Overcoming dating obstacles.
You can feel it when your dream becomes a pursuit. And with vitiligo, the pursuit for your pigment is no exception. It's time you had a proven choice to help restore what's yours. Opzelura is the first and only FDA-approved prescription treatment for non-segmental vitiligo. Proven to help repigment skin over time. Restoring what's yours. It's possible with a steroid-free cream that you can apply yourself.
Opzelura can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB or hepatitis B or C. Serious lung infections, skin cancer, blood clots, and low blood cell counts occur with Opzelura. In people taking JAK inhibitors, serious infection.
Oh my God. All right, so it's not the end of the world. We missed the first half of the Quinta interview, which is always the most boring part. Plus, it's probably about Quinta's like childhood, so fucking boring.
Big. Get equipment for every workout and free fitness training, all in the judgment-free zone. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, February 16th.
Hey, fancy meeting you here.
I'm just bringing in the workbooks. Oh, there is a 10 for 10 sale at Nickel School Supply, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is that it? Oh, and here we go. Him doing the Jim Halpert from The Office. Remember Jim Halpert from The Office? from Pam and Jim. How many times, go watch The Office if you don't remember or if you haven't seen it, but most of you might know. How many times does something happen with Dwight or Michael Scott or something, and then Jim will just stare at the camera all crazy-eyed, right? They'll say something and Jim will be like this, like sitting there twiddling, and he'll be like this. You know what I mean? And that's all. That's all he's doing. He's Jim. And Quinta's character is Pam. They stole the exact Jim Pam storyline from The Office. And then they do so. Oh, fuck yeah. That's it. Fucking the dude from Everybody Hates Chris, Tyler Jesse Williams or whatever. He's fucking Jim. And Quinta's character is fucking Pam. That's it. She stole the Jim and Pam storyline, and she made the crazy white office paper manager a fucking crazy black public school principal. It's the same shit, man.
Free workout and free fitness training, all in the judgment-free zone. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, February 16th.
Hey, fancy meeting you here.
I'm just bringing in the workbooks. Oh, there is a 10 for 10 sale at Nickel School Supply, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Trying out cursing, still getting the hang of it. How was Baltimore?
It was good. Yeah, it was good. I did a really cool job with my dad working the grounds crew for the Orioles.
Mm-hmm.
I laid a patch of Kentucky bluegrass right by home plate. It was so flat.
He's great. He's so great. Say he's so.
That's the scene from the season 3 premiere. That's your premiere episode. What's it called again? The Great Big, the Great Huge.
Oh, Supersize premiere.
Right.
Yes.
I love it too because you're so micro tiny that it's called the Supersize.
Is it 2
premiere.
episodes? Is that why it is? Or
So yes, it's an hour long.
Okay.
So it's about 42 minutes.
No one cares.
No one cares about this part. But yes, it's a long episode. When we were writing it, we realized that we just wanted more time.
You needed more.
Yeah, because we're coming back from a long break, and we wanted more time to explain how and why. And we have a great big plot. Anyway, I'm excited.
Anybody that hasn't seen the show, of course, Quinta plays Janine, second grade teacher. What's anything? I know you can't tell us anything.
yeah, what can we expect?
Can you give us a little nugget?
You can expect some really big changes that kind of make life with our characters more fun, in my opinion. You can expect. I realize we have a lot of incredible guest stars this season. I'm not going to tell you who they are, but I was just on the plane on the way over here looking at the names, and we always write character first. We don't think, oh, we want to get this person on our show. So it's really exciting when we wind up with these actors who, you know, if I was a kid, I have to tell my kid self, like, this person's on your show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You understand how cool that is? So I'm excited, like comedic heroes, people who are some of the most talented people in the world, and I am really, really excited.
Tyler James Wilson,
Yeah,
who was
Williams, yeah,
you guys kissed last season.
Yes.
All right, is that going to still continue? Will they? Won't they? Type of situation.
Yeah, probably.
There's a lot of chemistry between you, just in that scene.
I think it probably will. I always just want to remind people that
You're
these
Jim
are
and Pam.
20-year-olds who are figuring life out, and I think it's fun to watch the mess and remember how hard dating can be and how hard love can be and also how hard friendship can be.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And especially in that, you know, when you're working in a school,
Co-workers, yeah.
you're surrounded by children all the time. You have
Absolutely.
to maintain this element of propriety. It's very hard to sort of.
And dating coworkers alone is like, except for in this case, it can be really tough.
Yeah, we're the
It
unicorn.
really doesn't work out.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it.
And the kids on the show are great.
Are
They're
they
exceptional.
incredible?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they really are perfect.
They're wonderful. We had to wind up doing a lot of casting with kids who have never acted before,
Great.
which is great. They just have this organic feel on camera. The show is a mockumentary, So we like to make sure everyone feels as down to earth and realistic as possible. And for that reason, we wound up casting a lot of kids who just have never been on camera. They haven't learned how to do the kid voice yet.
Yes.
Right.
That's why it works. That's why it seems like it. That's why it seems like a documentary.
Yes,
instead of a
exactly.
documentary.
Exactly.
Well,
Anyway, we love having you here.
Yeah.
We're so happy for you.
yeah, congratulations. Abbott Elementary, a supersized season premieres tomorrow night on ABC. Next, tips on how to find love, happiness on your own. Stick around.
My name is Marie. I'm 49 years old, and I'm a business owner. I own a lemonade and ice cream shop in Florida, so I can feel and see that my
at least like give some bullcrap public relations answer and say, oh, The Office was a big inspiration. It inspired me. But to sit there and say my mom's work, it was the inspiration and everything else I came up with, like to say like, well, I watched a lot of The Office, so that really gave me a lot of like a template. At least you own up. When you purposely deny it, when everyone knows it's obvious, then it's guilty as hell. Like you feel guilty, like you stole it, and now you feel like you're being busted, and you're denying it. You know, like when you get your hand cut caught in the cookie jar, your mom catches you. Don't say, no. I wasn't going to get cookies. I was standing up on this chair to clean the top of the refrigerator. That's what I was doing. Yeah. Don't do that. Just be like, at least smile and yeah, you got me, mom. I was gonna take a cookie. I'm sorry, you got me. You know, like yeah, I think you're really full of shit. I have a lie detector test. Why? Are you afraid you're going to fail? School. And all of a sudden, everyone's going to be like, you're going to be like, and you're going to get all Milli Vanilli'd?
Our elite team of lawyers focus on protecting fathers' rights. Call me for help if you're a dad struggling with divorce, child.
Okay. So, true or so you said this. You went on record saying that the creators of Friends just ripped off Living Single. So you believe that people that create shows can rip off shows and just copy them, and they just stole Friends. They stole Living Single. They took the idea, they stole it, and they just changed it from Brooklyn to Manhattan, from black to white, from 4 girls and 2 guys to 3 girls and 3 guys. But it's basically the same. So they stole it. So they really shouldn't get any credit for being geniuses or creating or being smart or these creative, imaginative minds that came up with this great idea. They just stole it from Living Single, and they reap all the benefits, while Living Single creators are really the ones who kind of like had this intellectual property. They had this IP, the Kaufman and the whole writing group, they stole the idea. So if you know that happens and you're accusing one group of television sitcom shows creators from doing that, how come when you're accused, you're like, oh no, that doesn't happen? You're contradicting yourself. You're just digging your hole bigger. It's best if you just come out and say, look, I took The Office and I just changed things around. But the dialogue's my own. But yes, the whole format, the character development, everything is, I basically just took that. And I didn't take a mockumentary.
I got cameras all over this joint. She must be stopped.
You guys missed a lot.
Abbott Elementary, an hour-long supersized premiere on ABC.
You know, it's.
Oh, look at that! For a minute there, you get to see the real Kelly Ripa when she thinks the camera's not rolling. Oh, there you go. They didn't know the cameras were rolling. He goes, "You want to take it? You want to read the teleprompter? Like it should say Mark or Kelly. That's the producer's job to a fucking sign who is saying what. It should say Mark, you say this, Kelly say this. Not like just put it on and you guys decide, because this is the shit that happens." And then he goes, "You want to take it?" And she goes, "Whatever. Like I don't care. I'm making my money no matter what. You do it. You do everything." She's like, "You could fucking talk the whole show. I'd love to make more money than you and just sitting here doing nothing. Although that's impossible because I can't fucking shut my fucking trap for more than fucking 10 seconds without fucking saying shit."
You know, it's the month of love. And today we're talking about everything from finding your own happiness to overcoming dating obstacles with relationship expert, Dr. Karen Gordon. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
You know, we're not really We don't know where to begin here in terms of dating. We haven't been on a date in easily 30 years.
Right.
So Valentine's Day is around the corner. It puts pressure on people who are single. They want to, what is it called? Cuff it? Is that what it's called? What is it?
Cuffing.
Cuffing season.
Handcuffing?
Right, sorry.
Yeah.
That's how old I am. They want to cuff it.
Yeah, let's start with the importance of finding your own happiness.
Yes. Okay, number one, everyone needs to find their own happiness. It's so important. We don't need a relationship to complete us. We are valued. We are loved as we are. And I think there's a lot of pressure. I was talking to a lot of people backstage. There's a lot of pressure that people actually feel that if I need somebody to complete myself, and that is actually not true. So we are all responsible for our own happiness. That is really important for everybody, whether or not they're single or in a relationship. And the interesting thing also about it is that when we actually really focus on developing our own happiness and we develop our confidence, our emotional intelligence, the interesting thing is we actually then attract. Because happy, confident people attract happy, confident people.
That is so true.
Right?
That
So this is why, thank you. Yes. And this is a message for ourselves, this is a message for our children. So this is a really important thing that I want everyone to really take away with.
I always say that, like, any of my girlfriends who are single and they're looking, I'm like, you're not going to find anybody until you're not looking.
Exactly.
It's really when you're just, when you're self-satisfied that you find the person.
The modern dating landscape, I don't even know where to begin. It's so different these days.
So different.
How do you navigate that?
So a lot of different ways, but one of the next big things I want everyone to think about is when you're actually about to start dating, when you're like, okay, I think I might be ready. Here's a great little tip. Make a master list of everything that you think you might be. What are your value systems? What are the things that you're actually looking for? Make a master list. Like, so, financially independent, athletic, goal-oriented, same faith, whatever those goals are. Make a master list and then choose your top 5.
Okay.
5. So these are going to be your value systems, because the thing about dating is like the heart is like all over the place, right? The heart's very confusing. So what I want us to do is turn up our head. I want us to kind of think a little bit more, and values thinks more long term.
That's right.
So with that, I thought it'd be kind of fun for us to do a little game.
Sure.
Do we like to play games? We like games. All right. I like to play. All right. So here's what I want you to do. Just to kind of help to kind of like think, and everybody at home, you can do this as well. I want you to think about attraction, because attraction is very interesting. Okay. And I want you to think when you were first attracted to each other, what were the maybe 2 things that drew you to the other person? Don't make sure you don't see your
is this a physical thing, or
it's just like when you first, it could be, but when you're really like, what attracted you to Mark? Lots of people, but there was some. So I want you to write like the 2 things that made you attracted to them. And everybody at home, you can do this as well. I actually did this with my husband, and it was like really interesting. It's a great concept to start thinking about, because the psychology about attraction. Okay, so I don't know their answers, obviously. So, all right. So Mark is going to turn it around.
For me,
okay.
it was her eyes. They were beautiful, and it's a tie with smart and funny.
Smart and funny.
This is the fucking truth. What it was that she wanted to fuck me right away. That's what it was. It wasn't her eyes. What attracted you to Kelly at first? Well, she wanted to sleep. She threw herself on me within the first 48 hours after she met me. That's what it was. Like, can you imagine? Like, you just go to a soap opera, then you meet some girl, and within a week, that girl has a crush on you, and all she wants to do is fuck you. And because this girl just fucking put out and was easy, you just say, okay, I'm going to quit dating girls. I got it. She's got a vagina. I didn't have to work for it. She fucking throws it on me. Let's get married. Like, both of these people, I bet you Kelly has only had sex with maybe 1 or maybe 2 other guys in her life. Unless when she started on All My Children and she was 19 or 20, the 1 year, 2 years that she was single, she was straight up fucking. Like, once she started working for All My Children and she was in New York by herself, the first year she was single, she was out at the club 3-4 times a night fucking guys. So she could have easily, her number could be 2 or 3, but it also could be 120, And even if she's not fucking slutting around like that, she could easily, just by going out on weekends only, or maybe once during the weekday, on Friday and Saturday nights. I'm not saying she just picks a guy, even if it's consolation, I just want some dick. Let's get, I want to just experiment. But she could easily, going out to different clubs, saying she's on ABC, meeting other people from ABC, her number could easily be 30 up to 50. But if she really, for all you know, she could have gotten down, and it could be 100 and 150. If she was single, if they're between the time she started working on all my children and the time she met Mark, if she was really like, look, I was a virgin when I moved to New York, I'm about to fuck, she could definitely do that. I mean, she could have fucking she could have like kind of pamper sturdiness on her panties, because her shit would be fucking bumping the inside of her knees when she's walking if she was going commando. Which is what a lot of people have said, and I don't think it's funny at all. And so we need to stop that.
Do this as well. Actually, I did this with my husband, and it was like really interesting. It's a great concept to start thinking about, because the psychology about attraction.
It's just foreplay for old people that have lost their looks and have turkey necks.
All right, so Mark is going to turn it around.
For me,
okay.
it was her eyes. They were beautiful, and it's a tie with first smart and funny.
Smart and
okay, first of all, she's not smart. Get out of here with that shit. Smart. Smart is like what college educated, GPA over 3. You know, she doesn't be like magna cum laude. She doesn't have to be honor roll, but she's not smart. Whoop-de-doo. Even if she got like A's and B's in high school, that's not her IQ. No, you don't get a fucking IQ of 105 or something and call her smart. Maybe to you she's smart because you're a fucking R word. You know what I mean? To someone with an IQ of fucking 75, someone with an IQ of 100 is of course smart to you. He's got to change that. Instead of smart, he's got to change. What he really means to say is she was a lot smarter than me. So what was he attracted to? The fact that she fucking got naked and fucking and she got naked and fucked me without me having to work for it or put any work in. And she was a lot smarter than I was. That's what you're really trying to say.
Yeah. Okay. And
so for
I'll give you the funny, because you really don't. You have a bleak sense of humor. Usually, stupid people find a fucking.
It's a tie with first.
I mean, seriously, stupid people probably
smart and
someone fucking a skunk or a raccoon crossing the street probably makes him fucking laugh. So let's go with that. Smart and funny. And then Kelly's going to turn around and see, like, to me, it was his brown skin, his 6-pack, and his dick. And Mark says, well, the fact that she liked my dick and fucking played with it without me having to buy her dinner. I said, this is great. I'd love this for the rest of my life.
And it's a tie with first smart and funny.
Smart and funny. Yeah. Okay. And
so for me, it was his smile.
Oh.
And he
love
was
it.
an adult.
Ooh.
Even though he's younger.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Okay.
Even though you were younger, even though you were older, he was more mature than you.
Again for a second. I want everybody to see this, okay? So one of them is more physical, okay, attraction, right? Smile, eyes. But the second one was around the emotional development, right? So you were physically attracted, but it was the fact he's an adult. Hello?
Boy, I tricked you. Hey, listen, we're taking a break. The more tips with Gary Gordon when we come back. Stick around.
Oh my God.
Hello?
Boy, I tricked you.
Right. And here's the thing. Here's the one thing they have in common. He said that she was smart, when what he really meant to say was she was a lot smarter than me. And she says he was an adult, when I think what she really means to say is he was a lot mature than me. He was an adult. He wasn't an adult because he's younger than me. He wasn't an adult. It's just that I was so immature that he was much more mature than me. Not because he was mature, but because I was so immature. And you were smart to him, not because you're a genius or because you have an IQ of 175 or you were able to get into Harvard and graduate magna cum laude and and you got a perfect score on your ACTs. It's just that you were a lot smarter than him. So when he says you were smart, it's not because you were smart, it's because he was not very smart at all. And therefore that gap is the same. Instead of the gap up here, it's the gap below. It's a lower gap. Right. Instead of saying here's your smart and here's my smart, look at the gap. It's not like this. It's like this. Right. But instead of being up here, it was down here. Right. It's not like you were a 10 and I was an 8. It's more like you were a lot smarter than me, but you were a 4 and I was just a 1. So On a scale of 1 to 10, when I'm a 1 and you're a 4, that's a lot smarter than me. But it doesn't mean you're smart. If I get a D- and you get a C+, C+ doesn't make you a smart person. It just means you're smarter than me. That's the fucking real shit right there.
Hey, listen, we're taking a break. More tips with Karen Gordon when we come back. Stick around.
Thanks for warming up web trivia, and you can have the chance to win the Roomba i3 Plus.
Let's see if they say on the next live with Kelly and Mark.
You know how I know which drink is mine and which bread plate is mine? I do this. B and D.
Bread.
And D.
D.
Yeah,
Drink.
every time.
Our kids taught us this in pre-K.
That's 5. Dakota Johnson, plus the Connor star Sarah Gilbert.
I'm Kareem Abdul.
I want her to be happy. I don't want her to do what she wants to do. I don't ever want her to feel like she can't do something because I won't like it. You know what I mean? I don't want someone to ever tell her you should go back to school or you should take this job or you should sign up for this pottery class. And her answer is, oh, I'm not going to do it. My husband wouldn't like it or my husband won't.
The Jewelry Exchange Villa Park.
Anyway.
Auto
And
insurance
even if I
rates
did,
got
that
your
wouldn't mean
budget
I
upside down? Call Insure on the spot and we'll turn it around.
I wouldn't like doing pottery. I wouldn't like
And save you money, too. Get a free quote in just 2 minutes with Insure on the spot.
We're back with Dr. Karen Gordon. We're talking about relationships. What's your next piece of advice when it comes to navigating and the modern dating lens?
Okay, so modern dating lens. First of all, again, everyone do the 5 values. It was very funny, even on commercial break, we're like still talking about their values. Values of what it's trying to do. It's like so interesting.
Our weird values.
No, but it's good. It kind of illustrates, pour into herself. So the next part is around, this is actually really fun, everybody, no dating, period.
Love that.
Yes. So I know it seems counterintuitive and it's countercultural.
No, it doesn't seem counterintuitive to me because I think there needs to be no dating.
And I actually learned this from my father. Like when I was 16, you're not allowed to date till you're 16. It's great for parents, but as adults, it's the same thing. Where you put these boundaries on. I'm not going to date for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 9 months, whatever. You choose the time.
And what are you doing during that time?
During the time, you're focusing on developing yourself.
Masturbate.
You're focusing on developing yourself, setting goals, developing friendships with all genders. But you're not. And so what it does is it takes the pressure off. It allows people to excel.
When you develop yourself into a real individual, it really, your need to find the one is really, the pressure is much lower.
100%. And so it gives you a sense of peace and exhale, and it actually kind of makes you more attractive. But you're not doing it for that reason, but yes.
All right, what's next?
Next one is actually then set meaningful goals. I usually get people to think about 5 or 6 things that you want to just chase this year. This is the year. Develop yourself. You know, we are all responsible for our own happiness, and so really make that a massive priority.
Okay.
Because when you're alone, when you do finally want to start dating, especially when you're looking for the one or a husband or a lifelong partner or mate, you want to be able to present to them, when you do meet them, you want to be able to present to them the best version of yourself. So you don't date for, let's say, 6 months. You're going to school, taking classes. It's not even college classes. Maybe it's just a pottery class. Maybe you're in a league. You're going out. You're meeting people. You're socializing. You're not sitting in your house eating ice cream, watching TV. You're growing and you're making sure. It's almost like going to boot camp. So when you do meet someone, you got all that sloppy junk out of your system, and you want to be able to present your best self to anyone you're dating, because you want to maximize the chances that they'll like you back. You know. Unless you're just trying to get laid.
We are
just
all responsible
go on
for our
Tinder.
own happiness, and so really make that a massive priority.
Okay. And anything else?
And then last one I would actually say is actually still focus on external beauty. There's nothing wrong. I mean, it was interesting with yours, right? You both said something physical, so it's not like the physical side is wrong or bad. Just make it like, you know, secondary, right? So if you want to get like a new haircut, new outfit, exercise, nutrition, you can still do it, but just make that secondary. Really make the focus on developing ourselves first for 2024.
Yeah, I agree with this. Is all really good advice.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Gordon.
You're welcome.
For more information like this, head to our website. Next, we're going to tell you how to win a trip to Hawaii. Stick around.
We are going to Las Vegas. If you would like to join us at the Thousand Blue on February 26th and 27th, just go
I started smoking menthol cigarettes to be just like the cool guys in the ads. Here's my tip. There's nothing cool about smoking and having a stroke.
What's cool is raping young women when you're in the army overseas. If they're Asian, they ain't telling no one. Just put a gun to their head. And don't smoke menthol cigarettes. Marlboro Lights will do just fine.
Oxford Auto Insurance, a Chicagoland company since 1945.
Yeah, I'm going to pass Oxford. Oh, Maggie, baby girl.
Meets football.
Oh, baby.
Inside Edition has an exciting announcement for wheel watchers. Fortune meets football with me, Maggie Sajak, as I join Inside Edition as their special correspondent. Next Inside Edition.
Oh my God! Talk about Pat Sajak just fucking making the phone calls.
Experience the music of Bob.
You notice all of her jobs are going to be for ABC. Like Pat Sajak is straight up a special correspondent. Pat Sajak, how about give her the job and pay her for free, and then Pat, he goes behind the scenes.
Girl from the north.
And Pat says, hey, how about this? Just give her the job for free and let her do it. Because she's not terrible, but don't pay her anything. And then I'll take care of it. So then he tells Maggie, hey, they paid you. They hired you. They're going to pay you $150,000. Or they're going to pay you $75,000. And then he goes and he deposits $75,000 in her bank account. Right, and then says, "Oh, here's the money from ABC for your job," and she's none the wiser that the money actually came from Pat Sajak's, her father's personal bank account, and not from ABC. But he tells her that, so he lies to her to build her confidence. So she thinks, "Wow, ABC paid me $75,000." No, your father gave you $75,000 and talked Inside Edition into giving you the job on one condition, that they wouldn't have to pay her anything. So they got you working for them for free, and then your daddy just gave you money.
Country. Playing at the CIBC Theater February 13th to the 25th. Visit BroadwayInChicago.com.
Welcome back. This year's Oscar nominations have been revealed. Now it's your turn to pick who you think will go home with an Academy Award for the return of Lives Predict. Lives Predict.
Did Kelly almost say the word prick for your prick?
Now it's your turn to pick who you think will go home with an Academy Award for the return of Lives Predict.
She was going to say, for Lives, prick the winners. You were going to say prick. What do you got in your fucking mouth? What are you sucking
Oscar
on?
Nominations have been revealed. Now it's your turn to pick who you think will go home with an Academy Award for the return of Lives Predict. Lives Predict the winners ballot game.
One entrant with the most correct predictions will receive the grand prize of a 7-day, 6-night trip to the iconic and Hollywood beloved Kahala Hotel and Resort in Honolulu, Hawaii. This trip is valued at $12,500. And that's not all. Just by filling in out your ballot, 2 lucky entrants will win $500 in cash.
To enter this game, and remember, it is not a contest, it is a game. To enter, go to our website, livewithkellyandmark.com.
All right. We'll be right back with the inbox. Stick around.
Lactate is 100% real milk, just without the lactose. Delicious, too.
So I just disagree because I'm not an ass-kissing lying. Because I'm not an ass-kissing liar. I'm going to tell the truth. I don't think you're the cutest couple in Hollywood. It's me and my dick. That's what it is. I'm not kissing you. I don't do that. I'm not going on TV and being all fancy Disney World, Fantasyland, kissing your ass. Oh my God, your dress is the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen in my life. You are so beautiful. I love your hair. I love it. I love it. When I was younger, I used to mow lawns with a lawnmower. I love lawnmowers. We're gonna throw in a little bit of sage. I love sage. I don't do that shit. I don't do that fucking shit. Dude, are you the cutest thing? You ask me honest questions deserve honest answers. Sorry, I don't think you're the cutest couple in Hollywood. And I think you're old enough and experienced enough. You don't need me to fucking kiss your ass like I'm a fucking third grader trying to get you to give me $10 to buy some candy bars so I can go on a class trip to the fucking city hall and listen to the mayor tell me how my future's so bright. So I can go tell my parents to vote for them next term. For people, yeah, well, at least I don't have AIDS. Why don't you just leave me the fuck alone? Go focus on trying to change someone else. I'm good. I know who I am. I don't need you fucking forcing your agenda on me. I didn't ask you to be my life coach or to give me inspirational quotes or to. There's a whole bunch of people on Instagram that need your little glitter filters and shit like that. I didn't ask you to be my motivational speaker.
And now we're closer than ever for patients in Northern Illinois. Call now.
Tired of sciatic nerve pain radiating down your leg and lower back? Get relief, finally, with MagnaLife Leg and Back Pain Relief Cream. And get living. Available at your local retailer.
I had 8 UTIs in 1 year. This inspired my husband and I to start Euphora. It truly works miracles. The peace of mind I've been looking for. Try today at Euphora.com.
Darlene from Marshfield, Wisconsin said, my husband's a diehard Iowa Hawkeye fan and has endured my passion for Live with Kelly and Mark for years. I've been a good sports wife enduring lengthy seasons of baseball, basketball, and football. Since Mark has joined Live, Hubs is paying more attention to the opening chats because of the Monday morning sports wrap-ups and the tales of your adventures in Ann Arbor. Consequently, he's now using your show to lure me into another sporting event in the hopes of getting me to watch with him. He was convinced there would be a Ripa Consuelo sport event citing akin to Taylor Swift. Thank you for not disappointing your fans. Boy, we look...
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. The Big Ten Network was showing a wrestling match? Michael Caliendo against Bo Manitono.
Hopes of getting me to watch with him. He was convinced there would be a Ripa Consuelo sport event citing akin to Taylor Swift. Thank you for not disappointing your fans. Boy, we look really happy now. We look really, I mean, my gosh.
You guys look like you have to take a shit. You know what you're pissed off at because you know your son's going to lose. Or maybe they're mad because no one's noticing them and asking them for a selfie and they want attention.
Really? I mean, my gosh. The two Kellys and a Mark.
Yeah, this is Faye Johnson from Linden, Michigan. So awesome.
There you go. That's the football coach's wife. Like, that's a white-ass girl.
Really? I mean, my gosh. The two Kellys and a Mark.
Yeah, this is Faye Johnson from Linden, Michigan. So awesome. My favorite morning talk shows hosts are sitting by Michigan's new football coach, Sean Moore. Go Blue. Yes.
Christian from Cleveland, Georgia, some light trolling. At this point, the show will need to be called Free Mugs and T-Shirts for Mark.
I love that. Judy Johnson from Needham, Massachusetts says, I love Deja's and Kelly's animal print tops. You're both showing your wild side. Go, girls.
Linda from Columbus, Ohio said, I've been watching since the earliest days as a local New York show, and the Viewer's Choice show was the best one ever. So many great clips. Love the walkouts especially, and so glad to have the wonderful Mark on the show. Same name as my son, by the way.
Bonnie from Lexington, South Carolina, our wedding at the Chapel of the Bells. Mike and I knew it. If it worked for you and Mark, we had to get married there. My son Billy walking down the aisle. My best friend Janine, her husband Tom, were our witnesses.
Oh, that's amazing. Don't forget, we'll be at the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, taping February 26th and 27th.
Yes.
Go to our website for tickets.
What did he say? Go Dodgers? Go Dodgers, go Brooklyn.
Website for tickets.
I can't even understand what the fuck he's saying.
26th and 27th.
Yes.
Go to our website for tickets.
Who's on tomorrow? Oh, go Dodgers. He said Dakota Johnson is what the fuck he said. Oh. No, I'm not.
Storms for our Thursday. Friday, sunshine returning, still mild. Still mild into the weekend, although cooler Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. Highs near 40. Guys, that is still above average. And we pair that with some sunshine. Gorgeous.
All right, Cheryl, thank you. So I think it was 17 years ago, Ryan, goal to goal. Tomorrow might be a big day for him.
That's it. And it's been a long time coming, right? Tomorrow night, we find out if he times the charm for Devin Hester, he's expected to get into the Hall of Fame along with Bears legend Steve McMichael, who has been waiting a long time with so much public support as he continues to battle ALS. Here's Dion with more.
In the midst of Super Bowl prep, Thursday in Vegas could be one of the biggest days in Bears history, as Devin Hester and Steve McMichael await word on their inclusion in the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2023, a place former Bears agree they belong.
For Devin, it really...
The first thing, but to get nominated, I didn't even know what to say. I couldn't really process.
Everybody love me. Everybody love me now.
Life back in your kid. Auto show. Saturday at 6.
Sometimes they have dinner.
Oh, is that the wife? Are we going to see the wife's face? Oh, they don't show the wife's face.
And we'll kick off Destiny 2 live Super Bowl Sunday. This is Steve Molman and Samantha Molman. They don't always fight for people injured in car accidents. Sometimes they have dinner. Dessert can wait. Time to get this client the money they deserve, faster. Steve and Samantha's law firm has recovered hundreds of millions of dollars for car accident victims, and they're hungry to win more. This is the Molman Law Promise. We don't get paid until you win. Their clients will tell you, that's pretty sweet. This is Molman Law. We know what matters most.
This February,
What happens in Vegas
is coming to live.
Live's heading to Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, the newly opened luxury resort featuring timeless elegance, lavish rooms, world-class restaurants, unique bars, and a vibrant nightlife.
Okay, so now...
Who trailed by 23 at one point pulled off their biggest comeback of the season.
We competed in both halves. I feel like in that second half, we started to make shots, and the crowd gets into it, gets behind us, and we kind of changed the momentum of the game, and we obviously came out with the win. But yeah, it's not a fun way to live, digging yourselves in holes. So we got to figure out a way, just at least not let the first half and the second half look so drastically different.
He has been fun to watch. All right, college hoops tonight. Northwestern hosts Nebraska. Loyola is on the road against George Mason. UIC plays at Illinois State, and the Blackhawks host the Wild tonight at the UC. And finally, who doesn't love bacon? At Virginia basketball games, they go crazy for
bacon. So here's what we're gonna do now. Oh my God. Now, let's see if we can get this shit charging. Here's what we're gonna do now. That's the end of the Quinta Brunson episode. Don't tell me, where am I getting this? Episode, no, not episode info. There we go. This is the monologue. You're only going to be able to hear it.
Now we have the same brain.
Oh, shut the hell up. God damn it.
Tuesday, February 6th, 2024.
I swear, Deja and I do not plan our outfits, but
I know, it's crazy. It's interesting. That is really
It's
great.
wild. It's wild how we have the same brain.
It is. Wow. Okay, I know it's Tuesday, but I had the weekend of all weekends. It was Mark's dream.
It was Mark's fantasy weekend.
Sports. First of all, we went to Michigan to see the Michigan Wolverines beat the number 2 Iowa Hawkeyes. Now the Hawkeyes, the Hawkeyes, they're rough and tumble. Those guys are hard-nosed guys, and our wrestlers defeated them. I mean, it was a pretty good.
It was so good.
Butt kicking.
It was
really nice.
so good.
And the usher there, we were sitting in our seats, and the usher came to me and said, "Hey, check this out." She's lovely. I got to remember her name. I'm so sorry, but that was great. And we got to sit next to the new head football coach for the Michigan Wolverines.
Where did you get that picture?
I don't know. Somebody sent it to us. Look at that. We were talking strategy. That was his wife, Kelly.
You were strategizing?
And you know what? I know he's smart because he also married a Kelly.
Yes.
He married a Kelly.
All the smart guys marry women
I was
named
talking
Kelly.
football with him. I said, "Coach, I think you should do this." He said, "You're right, Mark. We should do that." No, that didn't happen.
None of that happened.
And then I flew off to Italy. Okay. We own a soccer team over there, 4th Division soccer team, the Campobasso Wolves, and we played Roma City. Now, Roma beat us in the first part of the season, and I didn't like how that game went, so I wanted to come home to our stadium and see what was going on to make sure we brought a victory home to our team. I brought my daughter, Lola Consuelos, who is, she lives in London, so she made the trip over. I got to meet our captain, Nonni. His last name is Nonni. He's a good guy. He's like the leader of the team. Look at that. He said, "Hey, Mark, what should we do?" I told him, "I'll tell you what you should do."
Yes.
Then we had...
You did a lot of that.
And then afterwards, we won. We won 2-1. And I got to have dinner with the coach. Now, this coach he's a legend. He played with Diego Maradona in Naples.
Did you tell the coach what you think should happen?
Yes, I told him what should happen. This is Rosario Pergolizzi, and then the president of the team, Matt Rosetta. And then afterwards, we took a big team photo here with the whole team.
And
Lola, yes. I didn't eat anything green the whole time I was there.
I disagree. I'm looking at your plate. It looks like you have a salad in front of you.
What is that? That's a little bit of arugula. Yeah, off to the side.
That is green.
You're right. I did find something green. But I had pizza and I had pasta and I had those beautiful croissants, the little things with the pastries. Cornetto with my little espresso.
I learned that on Babbel. Thank you so much.
And it was so great. Lola's a big soccer fan.
I know she is.
She's a huge soccer fan.
It was very funny when Mark said to me, we were in Michigan, and he said, "Do you want to fly with me to Italy for 24 hours?" And I said, "I'm Kelly. Have we met?" No, I don't want to fly to Italy for 24 hours. I want to fly to Italy for an extended vacation or for retirement, say.
I hit the ground running. We went straight, to this team store.
It looked busy.
Went to the game. I got to do sports shows afterwards. I was on a panel.
So you were speaking Italian?
Speaking in Italian, yes.
Yes. Yeah. Were you nervous at all?
So nervous.
Yes.
So nervous. But I had Matt Rosetta next to me, who's the president of the team.
You had your emotional